Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hi, I'm Amy Joy with Amy Joy Coaching, and I have had the pleasure of working with Lauren for the last couple months, although I have known him for over 5 years. He is one of the most beautiful souls on the planet, and I am so grateful to have spent these last couple months together. He's transformed my life. He has put me on platforms and TV shows and different things to help me get my message out. And I can't hardly believe what's happened in the last couple months. So thankful. He allows you to be you. He is beautiful in showing you who you are and letting you see your own light. And that is a beautiful thing. We need this. We need more of these people in the world, and I am so thankful to have Lauren in my life. If you are considering at all working with him, do it. It'll be worth it. He's amazing. He knows what he's doing, and he does it with love.
This world is changing more and more every day, and we've decided to change right along with it. My name is Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the president of Trajectory TV Network. At Trajectory, our vision is to provide a creative platform for top content creators and storytellers from around the globe. We're also dedicated to providing this world with content that is healing, educational, empowering, exciting, and above all else, entertaining and transparent. So right now, I invite all of you who believe yourselves to be global game changers to use the link found here and simply take a chance. Schedule a virtual chat where you'll have the opportunity to share your vision for your very own global television show with me, the network president. So use that link, and together, let's begin changing and healing this world, one story at a time. And remember, whether you have years of experience in front of the camera or zero experience, it doesn't matter. What matters the most is your desire to share great content through television and a willingness to share it with passion and with purpose. You might ask, how do I know if I've fallen in love with my purpose and my purpose has fallen in love with me? It's easy when you've lost your voice because you just can't stop talking about it. I'll see you soon. That's my jam. I don't care what nobody say. That's my J to the A to the M. That's my jam. Good morning. Good morning. I'm feeling some kind of way today, y'all. You know, because I got a partner in crime today. You think I'm goofy, and you think I like to have a good time. Well, get ready, because we're getting ready. El double. We getting ready to double that shit. Right. Wake your ass up. Wake up. Get them crusties out. Wake up. Get ready. We're getting ready to change the world, y'all. Are you ready? No, for real. Are you ready to change the world? I know I am, because the world is ready to change me. Today, I am invested in getting up and bringing something to this world that this world has never seen. Now, how do you do that? It's easy. Get up and be committed to being someone you've never been. That's how you do that shit. Now, yeah, I'm cussing. It's early in the morning. I'm grown. I can do that. Listen, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood for real, you guys. I'm so excited today. Not just because Cory Kastle. We'll explain that later. His real name is Cory Kastle for now. He'll be in here in just a minute. I'm so excited about this guy today, and you're going to find out why. But I'm also excited because together we are here. I'm watching actually on my device, my handheld. First time ever I'm watching us on YouTube, which is weird because I can't see your comments or anything. But it popped up, so let me see if it worked. So I hit it. So anyway, listen, it's a beautiful day to be here. It's a beautiful day to be above ground, right? And when you are above ground like we are coming together right now primarily to fulfill that promise, which guarantees us that where two or more of us comes to. See, that's Comcast starting some bullshit early in the morning. You know what? Hold on. I'm singing Jesus Loves Me in my head to remind myself that I do love what is greater than myself. Thank you, Jesus. I do. I love you. Help me keep my mouth shut today. Please, Lord, please. So there we go. So anyway, Cory, if they mess with me, Comcast, you keep going because, you know, you just keep going. You'll still be on the screen. Anyway, let me get to the announcement so we can get my man Cory up in here. I'm gonna lose my mind. What is it today? I'm glad, whatever it is. You guys, we're here. We're here to take great to greater, bright to brighter, strong to stronger by pouring into each other. First thing I want to say is, what's today? Tuesday? Okay, yeah, tomorrow. There it is, flashing on your screen. Tomorrow, a new episode. I like coming right in between here. Right. A new episode of License for Love, the heartbeat in relationship conversation with myself and my good friend, Cowboy Jack Chung out of Nashville music superstar. Drops every Wednesday. Get it wherever you get all your podcast love. Find us there. Congratulations. Hey, Triple Nickel, you see it on my head today. There it is. Triple Nickel. My boys, they are in Kohl's now. Just a couple years ago, they were talking about this around the dining room table. Just goes to show you, put your mind to something, mean it, and it will become meaningful instantly somewhere in your universe. That's a promise. And not finally, we got one more. The book is out. It's number one. Go over and check it out. Blah, blah, blah. And if you want to come with us to Romania, we want you to come with us to Romania. When? Spring. When exactly in spring? May of 2023. We are headed to Romania on the Legacy of Hope tour. If you or someone you know, if you want to come to support, perhaps you think you have something to share from the stage. In other words, you want to speak your truth. I'm looking for a couple people who have a story they want to share to bring hope to the people of Romania. We're taking our team, but I like to always bring people that we just met. I don't know your ass from Adam. There it is. And finally, thank you again. I talked to Dr. Mohair last night, who made this wonderful opportunity happen for me last weekend in Las Vegas. I speak of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and just another key to the kingdom to do something great for other people, to serve this world. Can I get an amen? So, Cory Kastle, we'll explain that in a second, is here today, you guys. He is a former professional wrestler and an actor and the host of a wonderful podcast by the name of Evolving with Corey, soon to be Cody. I'm gonna stop because I'm just doing it because I want you guys to mess his name up just as much as I have. I've been calling him Cody. You heard me yesterday when I promoted him. I said Cody Castle will be here. Well, Corey is here, and I'm glad he's here. Listen, he's never been here, so let's roll out the virtual red carpet, shall we? How do you do that? It's easy, it's free, and it's painless. Hit those hearts, y'all, because here he comes. You're gonna have a good time. I promise you that. Welcome, Cory Kastle.
Dude, I can't tell you how excited I am. Like everything leading up, like all the hype videos and the music, the jams, all that stuff is really exciting. And
It is exciting.
Triple Nickel seems really cool.
They are.
Yeah, they seem super cool. And dude, you're like you dress so cool in all your photos. That's like
fashion like
is so
this whole thing.
In those videos, your fashion you're like GQ cover model. Like,
wow,
it's great.
From your mouth to some publisher's ears. Okay, God's ears too. Corey, you're sweet. Thank you so much, man. I'm really excited you're here.
Yeah, me too, man.
You are quite the entertainer.
Oh, can I real quick?
Yep.
I'm not a former wrestler. I still am a wrestler.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I put that there. See, that's what you get. I'm just wait.
Because
I Googled you because you didn't send me some in your. I pulled up. I got some clips, some YouTube clips, right? Mm-hmm. And you were on a show, and they have in the show notes, actor and former professional wrestler. And I said, well, that was not long ago.
I wrestled yesterday. I had a show on Saturday, actually.
Well, thank you for correcting that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Notice I didn't say me.
Yeah,
because I took it off the. See,
it ain't the thing that bothers me.
Where'd they get that idea? See, that's what happened. Next time you go on YouTube and Google yourself and find out who that was. And when you see them in person next time, say, I got your former. Bam.
I think it has to do with maybe I'm not booked on the type of shows they follow, so they think I don't wrestle anymore. Kind of like
on their show. That's how they introduced you.
Like to wrestle. Like I'm not booked on the wrestling shows that they follow.
So, but you still. That's like saying, right. You never exactly. Thank you. And that's for all of you out there too. Just because you did something for a living one point and now you do it for a different reason, but you still do it, doesn't mean you don't do it. Right? So, Corey, I want to ask, guess what? You're not the first professional wrestler I know. I knew a woman when I lived in Las Vegas, Doris.
I feel like you've told me this.
Who was, she was from the Glow, gorgeous ladies. And she was that one that was the opera singer lady. And she had those horns, that hat with those horns. And she'd come out. She was a big girl.
No, I was not. I mean, I want to say, while I meet the age requirement for that, I still feel like I was maybe a smidge too young to
understand when they were out. I know, but you got to know the history of wrestling.
I do. Oh yeah, I do. I watched all the documentaries. I watched the DVD box set of all the shows and stuff. But that was so long ago that I don't remember at this point because.
Let me tell you something. She used to think I was coming over to her house because I would just loved her and her husband so much. No, now I can tell them now because we're not really. I don't know where they are now. But her son, who was like 16 years old at the time. He could tell the best stories because guess who his babysitters were when she was doing all that? Hulk Hogan, all of the Junkyard Dog. You don't even know about Junkyard Dog, do you?
I know a little bit. I mean, I know my history.
Aaron Bonrosky. You don't.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember wrestling when I was a kid. It was in South Bend, Indiana. It was on the air from the Joyce ACC. Any of you remember that? Back in the day, that's where it started, dude. See, how old? Oh, I already know. Can I tell them?
What's
can
that?
I tell them how old you are?
Yeah.
Can I tell them how old you are? Corey
You
just had a
can.
birthday, y'all. He on what was it, December 1st?
Yes.
You turned the big 39. You don't
Yeah.
look 39.
Thanks, man. It's a really funny thing because you were saying like how, and you said congratulations about my birthday. Like you
I know.
that was the immediate congratulations, and I took that in so much. I love to hear that. So once I heard that congratulations, I'm not one who is a lot for accepting compliments, but hearing that congratulations, because this is another day above the ground. This is another day.
Yes.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Everything I have at this point is such bonus, because I almost passed. I almost died back when I was 27. So like
Real.
everything is such bonus to me now. So I made it to 39 now. That's also congratulations. Congratulations.
And that's interesting because I usually say what everybody says. Oh, well, happy birthday.
Right.
But it just came out. No
Yeah,
mistakes. That's just them keeping this shit interesting.
well,
And I want to say this. I want to ask you, though. We might as well jump right in. Let's just jump right in. So
yes.
tell us where. Well, I got to do the thing I always do. I'm going to dip out for a minute. Let you have a personal moment with just to get to know everybody out there and them to get to know you. Just tell us where you got started. Just, give us a minute of inside Corey, and then I'm going to pop back in and I'll tell you where I'm going to start. I want to go back to the little boy because I bet you if we were growing up at the same time, they couldn't let us be friends because we would have tore up some shit. I'm just saying, because my ADHD, and you, I believe you got a taste of it too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna dip out. You have a minute, and we'll come back and we'll get this party started. All you, take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cory Kastle. Philadelphia native, 39 years old, been a professional wrestler since, I got into a ring for the first time in 1998. So I was 14 years old when I stepped into a ring for the first time, and I'm still doing it here 24 years later. I mean, to say that I could kind of go right from the start, I don't really want to do that, because if anybody knows me or wants to hear that, they could find that somewhere else. But I mean, I found my first wrestling school in a newspaper, and
They have wrestling schools.
yeah. There's just it's kind of like
Come over, everyone. We're having an open house. Corey's going off to wrestling school, and his sister Jenny's joining the circus.
The suitcase. Everyone's bye.
Well, no, I can hear your parents. It was either wrestling school or clown school. I'm kidding. Mom, I'm going, Jim Carrey. I'm going off to clown school. I'm kidding. Okay, so thank you, Glenda Butler, for the friend request. Corey, let me ask you something. When you were a little kid, what did you dream of doing or being? What was it?
The main thing I wanted to be was a stand-up comedian. That's the main thing. I always that was the thing.
That takes a lot of guts.
From childhood. I remember somebody saying, "Oh, you're funny. You should be a comedian." And I was like, "I don't even know what that is." And then I saw Rosie O'Donnell on TV, and I was like, "That's what comedy is? I want to do that."
Rosie O'Donnell. We were watching her on some reruns of Nip Tuck the other night. Was it Nip Tuck? One of them. Oh, no. Oh, Queer as Folk. That's what she was on.
Rosie's OG in my heart, dude. I love
for real.
For
real. Can you imagine hanging out?
Remember when she hosted that daytime talk show?
Yeah.
I used to watch that with my mom every day. Dude, if I could have my own daytime talk show and shoot koosh balls into the audience, shoot. I love that idea.
Well, why? Well, we're going to get to that too, because I believe you'll be able to do that should you choose to. Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, so talk about wrestling, because that's acting, that's performing. Yeah. I mean, it's entertainment, right? Oh, well, I can show y'all better than I can tell you. Yes, that's right. I did it. Found something. Sure did. And I'm going to show it. Y'all want to see Cody? Lord Jesus. That drink. Everybody drink. When I say Cody, it's a new drinking game, whatever it is. drink. We were talking about this. No, Corey. Let's see here.
Messing with my brand, sir.
I know. Sorry about that. Well, somebody put me up to it. Somebody who said they can't wait to run into you in a dark alley named Eddie Valentine.
That's my trainer. That's my teacher.
Well, you're getting ready. We're getting ready to find out. Here you are in action. This was just in January, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know, we were about to tell the story. I think they just did a better job than we could have ever done. I have chill bumps for this match, Jay Davis.
The teacher and the pupil. And it all comes down to this for the DCW No Limit Championship. The championship against the career. Some strong words by Eddie Valentine.
Strong collar and elbow tie up. Right off the bat.
Let's see what the teacher can teach the pupil tonight.
Oh, he pulled my hair, man.
I miss my beard.
Aw.
Mr. Valentine with a little finesse there. Again, Corey now locking up with Valentine.
Oh, so you slap people. That's what your ass
This
did.
was turned into a shoving match.
See, I was just about to say the one thing that Valentine does not have in his corner is a 6 feet plus monster known as Chaos Knight.
And Chaos Knight is certainly an imposing figure. We've seen him on a number of occasions here on Overdrive TV.
Okay, where were you going? Did you just you got mad because he slapped you down?
Well, yeah, that was me being a heel, dude. I was going
Having
like,
a
oh, what's going to
tantrum.
be the easy way? What's going to be the cheap heel, like shortcut way to get the upper hand on this match? That's the storytelling within the match that I was doing. So that was I was walking around because I was going to go, oh, what can I do now? And I think if you continue watching it, I got Chaos, the guy who was outside of the ring with me, to go follow him and get up on the other side of the ring, and for me to get up on the other side of the ring, and him to get Greg off, and me to then attack him from behind because
let's
I'm
talk
a
about
dirty
that.
heel.
Let's talk about that because the whole layout, the premise. Because when I was a kid, I used to love it. Me and my best friend Scott, we would watch it and just love it. And we had our favorites. We had figures, back when Hulk Hogan was the shit, and we knew that was a lot was choreographed, but
it's a work, brother. We call it a work. It's a work.
It was wonderful. And I'm so glad to see that kids still get that opportunity. So talk about that. What do you get? What is that thing, Corey, that you get from it? Because, it's really family entertainment.
Well,
you guys don't cuss, do you?
Not really, no, because
I know
because
they know it's
children.
a family thing.
Yeah, there's kids and there's grandmas there, and they don't need to hear that gross stuff.
And I love that. I love that better than a lot of the games that they play with all that violence and
right
talking and all that. I love this is good, clean fun. It really is. And it's not violent. It's not violent. You never see blood or anything like that. Tell me this. So what's it like when a kid comes up to you after a match and they're looking at you like a real life superhero to them? How does that make you feel? And what does it do to make you just strive to be the best Cory Kastle there could be?
Well, I tell this story pretty often, but I mean, I think it's pretty great. So when I was like 3 years old, my mom took me to SeaWorld, and they did this stunt show where there was these cowboys and they were shooting at each other. And the one was on top of this roof of this barn, and another one shot him and he fell off the barn. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And I was like, that was my favorite cowboy, and now he's dead, and I'm sad. And my mom brought me around. My mom brought me around backstage to show me that the guy didn't really die. And she had him take a picture with me. And I still see that picture now, and I still think of how good it felt to know that like this was a hero. You know what I mean? And he he was in a showman, and like it kind of like broke down being a performer for me. Like, and I was only 3 years old. And now I think about that every time a kid comes up to me and talks to me about my matches. I think about the kind of lasting impact that I might have on that child with my next words. So, like, whatever my next actions are have to be something that I want. If I was that little kid, to hang on to that memory for the rest of my life. Because like now I said, I'm 39 years old and I still remember that picture from when I was 3 being like,
Right.
cowboy. Like,
Right.
and that's why I want to go whatever the next extra mile is. That's why I want to like spend that extra second and hold space to be like, what made you want to come here? Like, what, you know, like,
when you said
your favorite part,
just like that, when you just said hold space, you see, that's a beautiful thing, y'all. That's a beautiful thing. I want to say, I think it's so important, this work you do, just from the standpoint of a kid who, you know, meaning the kid that's still within me. You see, clearly look behind me. I love play. I really do. I got games everywhere, toys everywhere. Why? I think a lot of the time it's because I feel like a lot of that was ripped away from me at 9 when I entered foster care. You know, I didn't have my own toys ever again. I didn't get a lot of say in what the word play meant in my world. I had to do what I was told to do. And so I love the fact that what you do gives old and young, because you're never too old to play and to understand what fun is. So let me ask you, what about that side when you're not on the clock and people think he's 39 years old? What kind of job is that? Isn't he ever gonna grow up? On and on and on. You know what I'm talking about. Talk about that part. At what age, if it's even happened yet, did people close to you start taking you seriously about what you do, or did they always?
no one, I mean, no, it's the weird part about it is that like, I always was too focused on my stuff to worry about anybody taking me seriously or not, because I have to take me seriously first. So I didn't let anybody who might have an opinion of me or try to like talk shit, I guess. That doesn't affect me, man. I just like, bro, the worst thing you can say about me, I've probably heard worse. You know what I mean?
That's right. Right. So what's it like? You never told me. What's it like when a kid looks up at you and you see that thing in their eyes? You know, maybe the boy who doesn't have a father figure, doesn't have a positive role model, and this, that, and the other. I think it's awesome that do you have merch?
Yeah, I have
Cory Kastle merch.
This shirt you can get on.
Oh, guess there is.
You can get this shirt on prowrestlingtees.com/Cory Kastle. ProWrestlingTees.com/Cory Kastle. But if you go on my Twitter page, you can go onto my LinkedIn or my link tree, which is there on my Twitter page, and it'll be right there. You can get Cory Kastle merch sent right to your house.
My name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I endorse this message. There we go. Okay. That's awesome. So, okay, Cory, what kind of world did you grow up in? Was it single parent? Did you have both parents? Did you have a silver spoon? Did you live in a double wide? Did they, were you in the special class? Talk about it. No, you weren't.
I was a sped kid from 4th grade on. Sped boy.
What does that mean?
Special ed, sped. We called it sped.
Right. Were you really?
Yeah.
I ended up there when I went in the system, but it didn't stay there long. But they tried to throw me in there because they labeled you.
You guys didn't call it sped yet, I guess.
No, it was just, you don't want to know what we called it.
Yeah, it got called mean stuff.
It was mean stuff until I ended up one of them. Then I was ready to kick some asses for the first time ever. So talk about that. What was that like? And clearly it didn't stick. It wasn't an indelible tattoo. It was Velcro or something even weaker. Talk about how that made you feel and how that plays a part in the Corey of today.
So, I was raised by a single mom. My mom had 3 kids, and my dad left when I was 9 months old. So my mom had to take on all that responsibility.
And what'd you do to piss him off?
I had
You
a,
know what
had
that
a
baby said to me?
I had a babysitter that he liked more than me.
Oh,
So- So that's when he left when I was
Did your
9.
mom blame you? All this.
No,
If
not
it
at
wouldn't
all.
have been for your ass, that babysitter wouldn't have been here.
Not at all. No,
So
it,
okay.
it was in that guy's nature to do what he did. I don't
Well-
hold it against him.
So were you the oldest, in the middle, or the youngest?
I was the youngest of 3.
So you're the baby.
So I was the baby. Yeah. And like I was very, very high maintenance, very special needs. I needed extra attention, a lot of extra attention. And really, I think that, that makes me think so much about how much of a inspiration my mom is when I think back on it. The fact that like she suffered through all that, all while she was diagnosed with MS, and she came out as a lesbian, like when I was maybe 12 or 13 years old.
Scandal.
This is courage, man.
Wow. I love her.
Yes.
Okay.
She's an amazing person.
Yeah. So, okay. So you go, okay. When did you start looking at, you saw some wrestling and you went, or did you see an ad on TV? Come on down to the Acme Wrestling School. How did you end up
watching the WWF, man? I was a big fan of wrestling when I was a kid. Like I'd say watching like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, those and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh
and
my God.
Those guys got me way into it. And the DX and the Suck It and
Savage, Randy?
Well, I mean, he was a generation before, but when he was in NWO, he was, he was just part of the NWO.
Hold on. Wrestling boy, you got one more time to date me. Wait, that didn't come out right. You know what I mean. You're like, well, that was a little, but I don't feel bad because guess what? You weren't here the other day, but I was telling the story how I was talking to a kid over last weekend, or was it when I think it was when I was in Vegas. Some kid, like 12 years old. And I said, we were talking about Christmas songs. And I said, they're naming off their favorite artists, Kelly Clarkson, I said, what about Whitney Houston? She had some good Christmas songs. Who? They didn't know who Whitney Houston was. Now, if a kid said that to you, you'd feel what I'd felt when you said that.
Well,
me.
I'll take any opportunity to introduce people to the beauty of Whitney Houston. And me, like, I would say, like, I could sing along to every word, every Whitney Houston song. Yes.
Why did I hear like Thrasher and what's your favorite kind of music, Corey?
I would say like uplifting, positive, like Nako, like satsang. Those are like my go-to stuff. But then sometimes I want to.
Were those names of groups or people?
Yeah.
So that right there is why I don't watch music award shows anymore, because I don't know anybody on there. Oh my God.
Like indie, like folk, spiritual awareness, woke sort of stuff.
Would you consider yourself a spiritualist?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm very spiritual, but then sometimes I'm just really nothing. Like it's very agnostic for me.
Oh, you one of those.
It's
right
50.
Now, if my grandma was watching, but she's dead. If she were watching, she'd be like, "Oh Lord, we need to pray. Get on your knees, everybody. Pray for that boy. He done lost his way."
But at the same time, I'm an ordained minister, and things that are sacred and things that are like ritual and all that stuff is just such a it's so powerful. It's so powerful to me. So it's tough for me to say like I'm atheist or something, because I don't feel like I am.
That's true. You said agnostic, and a lot of us thought atheist.
No,
That's
it's not.
the same. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna take a short break, Corey, and when we come back, I want to find out more about you being an ordained minister and what church. Is it a church? We'll find out. No, it's not a church. Oh, my grandma would say, "I knew it. This boy, a member of a cult." We'll be right back. Don't go away. Because now I know when something happens in our lives that is unexpected, you go. You have to go into it in order to ever have any hope of coming through it. So when you go, guess what? When you come out the other side, you grow.
Brought out more in me than I thought that I didn't even know that I had.
That has given all of us a great hope for what we can do with our own messages, our abilities to deliver, but most importantly, to deliver it in an authentic and very, very intriguing way.
Have you ever been in something or felt something where the only way you felt you could deal with it was to leave, get away? I thought that was the meaning of control. It took me 4.5 years to stop looking around the room of my life, of my journey, of my purpose, digging in cushions for a remote that never existed. Looking, re-looking, going back and upgrading, bringing in and pulling out things that do not serve you must go. Those things out in this world that are designed to bring us down, to keep us down, put their foot on our neck and whisper to us that we're never good enough, they don't whisper. They yell at us from all directions, top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner, 365 days. When somebody asks you about yourself, don't you dare whisper. When they ask you to raise your hand, don't you dare half raise it. When they ask you something good about you, you scream it with all you have. Come on now, get up, get up. Tell me who you are. Show me who you are. Greatest truth of all, that not everyone has to remain lost. Welcome back. Wake your ass up. Welcome back to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. Cory Kastle's here, and we're going to get back to it. I'm on to course number 2 or 4 of my breakfast, apple eating time. Yeah, before we went to break, we touched on a lot of things, man, and I want to go into this. You're an ordained minister. Talk about that, how that happened, why'd that happen?
So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to one of the podcasts I listen to pretty often, and maybe not as much these days, but I was listening to a lot of Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith from Clerks, the guy who made Clerks and Mallrats, Chasing Amy. And he sometimes does like live shows where like there's an audience there. And he mentioned in passing in conversation that he was an ordained minister through Universal Life Church. And then like people, that's a website.
Ain't that the Moonies?
No, it's just some website.
Oh, sorry.
Right. So I just like Googled it real quick, and I was like, it's such a memory to people. It's such a memory to people like who marries them. So I'd love to be able to give people that experience to like be a part of their lifelong memory, like something that's positive. And I want to be able to do that and maybe like crack some jokes in the middle and like maybe make people laugh and have a good time. So they'll like remember it. And, it's just something I always wanted to offer people because I'm like, especially it's also cool because it's universal. And I always say how I'm universally at the service of others, and this would be a service that
Well,
we're able to offer.
I love it. Have you ever performed a wedding in a wrestling ring?
Not. No, I have not. I have
Oh, I
not.
would've thought for
I
sure
haven't
so.
done even one yet.
So if you ever get married, are you gonna do like you and your bride dress up like wrestlers? That would be cool.
I think we keep wrestling as
Oh!
far from the wedding as possible.
No, I got it. That is going a bit much. That's going a bit far. But what a great proposal it would be is if you took her or him to I got to do that for my people, y'all. Don't judge. I ain't trying to get hate mail from my own community. What if you proposed at a like up on the screen, like at a big wrestling thing? Do they still have big wrestling things in arenas, or has it died out?
No, they still do it. People don't watch it on TV as much anymore.
But they go to it.
But people still go to it. Yeah, the arenas are still pretty packed. But people
So
don't
who's
watch
the
it.
big wrestling star now?
The biggest wrestling star right now is Roman Reigns.
Who?
Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. He's a member of the Anuai family, so he's like actually The Rock's cousin. He looks like Aquaman, but like
for real.
But he's like a Samoan.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Sure. What goes into it? Because I've seen some documentaries, and it is not. Let's talk about some serious stuff about wrestling. Because remember, there were some wrestlers who were committing suicide. Remember, and PTSD and stuff like that was coming up.
CTE, yeah.
And what's that?
CTE.
Talk about that. Isn't that from all the hitting
a lot of concussions and stuff? I mean, it happens. There was a documentary called Head Games. If you ever watched that, it might
have been what I saw. But go on, tell us about it.
It was like Chris Nowinski. He used to be a wrestler in the WWF back a couple of years ago, and he had too many concussions, and he stopped.
Look, my mug kind of matches your shirt. The color.
But
ADHD at its best.
Yeah.
So go on. So talk about that. And is that something that you still are concerned with when you're working? And talk about that. I mean, it's a serious thing now, right?
Yeah, you can't not think about that kind of stuff. I mean, concussions, like I would say, if I look back on it now, I go like, I spent the early 2000s taking unprotected chair shots to the head because I thought that was fine. And I would just go, I'll ring my bell. But I was concussed all the time. I remember
Wait a minute. You telling me you were getting hit in the head with a real chair and it wasn't even at a family reunion or something?
No, it was like I did
take a couple folding chairs to the skull, but that was because I got smart with my Aunt Candy. I didn't bring you in this world, but I'll be the one to take you out. So anyway, but okay. So any
yeah, I mean, I
still deal with stuff today from that you think from.
So I think I do suffer some like residual effects from post concussions. I mean, I'd have to say if I had to remember and like off the top of my head, take a guess at how many concussions I've had, I would say maybe 50 or so. I don't know. But I got my head checked out. Like I told you when I was 27, I had to have that brain surgery. And
and talk about that. I didn't know you had brain surgery.
Yeah. So it was a Thursday. Normally on Thursdays, so I was getting ready to leave for a wrestling show. I was living at my mom's house. Usually on Thursdays, no one's home and it's just me by myself. Mm-hmm. This day, everybody was home for some reason. So usually I turn the music on real loud. I lock the door. This day I didn't lock the door and I didn't turn the music on, but I was in the shower and I was brushing my teeth and I had a grand mal seizure that sent me through the shower curtain onto the toilet, and the shower curtain wrapped itself around my face and I was suffocating and seizing. And my mom heard it and came in and saved my life.
Oh my God. Get in here. He's trying to kill himself.
So,
I mean, that must have looked like something from a horror movie.
Yeah.
With you sucking it in the
traumatizing.
Sucking around your face.
Yeah, incredibly traumatizing, and I almost keep apologizing to them because I'm like, I'm sorry I put you through that. I know I didn't have any control over it, but I'm so sorry I put you guys through that.
What
That's
now? People have seizures all the time and
yeah,
don't have to have brain surgery. What's
right.
going on, Corey?
So, so I got after they took me to the local hospital, and the local hospital was like,
My
"Yeah, we
head
don't
hurting
really
just from you talking about it.
have the technology to know what to do from this point. So like we're gonna chopper you to University of Pennsylvania because they're really good at this. So they choppered me to University of Pennsylvania, and they found out that I had an AVM, which is a arterial venous malformation. It's basically like when I was a baby in my mom's stomach, my veins didn't form correctly up here on the right side of my head, and the blood just started pooling, and it pooled up into the front of my skull, and that was what caused the seizure. And
So it had nothing to do
had nothing to do with wrestling. Had nothing
with
to
those
do with
chairs to the head.
nothing to do with any of that. Yeah,
Isn't that something?
right. and I did the research on it, and it said that from the research I did, and this could be wrong. I don't remember. It's not if it was a credible source or not, but it was saying something like around 120,000 Americans have these AVMs, and only 32,000 find out about it while they're still alive. So
Okay,
that
I'm
puts
just
me in the lucky
okay.
club.
Yeah, no, blessed, my man, and highly favored. Can I get an amen, y'all? Listen, I want you to. We got a couple more things I want to touch on. Tell us about your podcast, Evolving. I love that. The definition of evolving, you guys, is to develop gradually, especially from a simple to a more complex form. So tell us what your podcast is all about and why the name Evolving. What happens there?
So I definitely want to say part of the calling it evolving was, and I'll talk about why, but it was like really like I kept having conversations with people who were like really, they had like an evolved way of thinking, and I would always be like, I wish I could just talk to people with an evolved way of thinking and see what led them to that. So I thought evolving with me, because it's not just because my name is that's my stage name. No,
Right.
it's like you can start this journey with me from the very start of it. Like I started doing the show when I was 33, so up until I'm 39, and you can keep listening till I'm dead. And I'd hope that from the very start of the show to now, or to whatever your current right now is, I hope that I'm a different person. I hope that I'm more evolved in my mindset and more.
I just had a download about you.
Yeah, what was that?
I did. I'm serious. You all know that's my gift. One of them, right? I get glimpses into other
share.
people's. I do. I get brief glimpses into other people's greatness. And I'm gonna tell you something. They just showed me you in a movie, and it is a comedy. And you really you are going to do that. I'm telling you. Watch what I tell you. I saw it. I just saw it. And wow. Now, let me add this on. This has nothing to do with the download, but in case they want you to change your name again for the big screen, I've come up with one humdinger. What?
Well, there's actually a White Castle inspired logo that says Cory Kastle on a t-shirt available on prowrestlingtees.com/Cory Kastle.
Yeah.
You could find a picture of that shirt if you'd like to.
I would love to. Matter of fact, I am already a fan. I'm already a fan, but I'm hoping to become a great supporter of all things Cory Kastle, Cory Kastle, just in case. I'm covering my bases, you guys. Cory, tell me one thing. We got 5 minutes. There's his Twitter. There's Cory's Twitter. I'm going to run it along the bottom. There's his Instagram. And we're going to drop those inside of your comments at conclusion of today's broadcast. Tell us, Corey, after the brain surgery, or at what point was it when you started connecting, you felt that pull that forced you to connect with what your higher power, and things started changing? The purpose behind all you do started evolving, just like you in the show. Talk about that moment and what it was like and what it still remains to be like today.
I had in my head, like in my mindset, a lot of I'm gonna come back to wrestling and I'm gonna inspire. I'm gonna do something that I don't think anyone's ever done before. I've never heard of another pro wrestler coming back from brain surgery like this in this amount of time. Like, it was only 13 months and I was back in the ring. I wanted to like have that be an example for how, and I wanted to set an example for how you can overcome obstacles, how you can overcome obstacles, how you can do what has been said that can't be done, how you can do that and then still continue to be better and be like, I started main eventing more shows. I started winning championships. I started really being a headliner after I already had come back from brain surgery. Like that, it
bigger than you were
me.
Before you left.
Yes, before I left, I was kind of just a mid-carder.
Makes sense. Corey, let me ask you this one. How did you, if you did, I could be assuming here, how did you get from underneath that shadow every time you step in the ring? Like, oh, what if that blood is pooling in the front of my head again? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, something happens that is like a near-death experience, or like a person that chokes on a chicken bone, never eats chicken again, that kind of thing. Yeah. How did you, or what do you do to keep that fear-based thinking at bay where it belongs?
It's silly and it's gonna sound like arrogance, but it's the fact that okay, I think I'm pretty funny. I think I'm pretty smart. I think I'm pretty but I know I'm good at this. I know I'm a great wrestler. I know what I'm doing. So I don't have that fear because I know that I'm good. Like, I know, I believe in me. And
you do believe in you. We know because we were watching. You didn't realize we have a hidden camera in your house, and we saw you backstage earlier. He was doing this.
I have like a bruise or something.
He was on the other side. What about the other side?
Well, the same. I have a bruise right
there.
Oh,
is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
Oh, we thought you were just like.
No, I have these bruises on my arms.
You are so. Come here, baby. Oh, Papa love that baby. Yes, it do. Oh, so you were actually okay. So how'd you get bruised? Are you in the ring?
I had 2 matches. I had 2 matches this weekend.
So you really do get hurt.
Yeah, wrestling hurts, but it's not fun if it don't hurt.
Oh, I got a question. Who chooses who's gonna win and who isn't? Because you know it's all set up.
Could have done without that last part.
What? We know.
Because you know it's all set up.
But we do. But we know it. Okay. Oh, is that like telling the kids that there's no Santa Claus? Sorry. Yeah. It's real.
It's in wrestling, it's called kayfabe. And kayfabe is it's kind of like the character of going, this work is real. What we're doing is real. Because like if I just tell you how fake it is, you're going to be like, not take anything I ever do seriously. So I'm not fake. Wrestling's a work, and it's not fake. It's all, and talk about choreographed mistakes happen, dude. This is combat. We're
gone wrong.
Right. Stuff goes wrong. Like we're out there like risking our lives for this stuff that we love more than anything. And people minimalize it sometimes by just saying it's fake or it's set up and choreographed. I get that's the perception.
Yeah.
But it's real to me. This is my life. This is my love. This is who I've been for more than half of my life.
See,
this is my pride. This is like, I take this very seriously, and I get my gear custom made. I keep my body good, all this stuff, all for this thing that you can easily minimalize and say that it's not for me because it's set up or it's fake. And like,
they didn't say that about Tom Cruise when he
Right,
played
like-
Forrest Gump.
Right.
That's set up. That's
right.
fiction.
That was Tom Hanks.
Oh, who'd I say?
Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
It's a little short Forrest Gump.
Oh my God, what's that? Oh, that would have been fun. Oh, we should do that. Move names and characters.
Yeah.
And then have Tom Hanks play Risky Business. That's funny. So listen, what's coming up? When are you going to be in the ring and where next? And what can we look forward to from you in 2023?
Check out DCW Overdrive TV on YouTube. And
Well,
you
you're going
can
to
see
put
some.
that in the comments for us.
Okay. Yeah.
Please, at the end.
Then you just keep up with me on the stuff and the
Twitter,
the social media.
IG, all of that.
Yeah.
There you go.
If just keep up with me, I'll keep posting clips and stuff, and I'll keep inviting you out. It's my dream. It's fully my dream. When you were asking me earlier what my dream is that I want to be a draw, dude. I want people to see my name on the marquee and want to show up. I want people that's in my head what I keep telling myself, like you're becoming a draw. You're becoming a draw. You're becoming a draw. So I say, follow me to watch me become a draw.
There you go. Come on this journey with me. I can't get there without you. And that's the fact. That's the fact. I love you. I love you. You got a fan and a supporter. And anything I can do to help that draw happen, you can count on me for real, my man. And that's the truth. And so, listen, I want to thank you so much. You know, Corey's girlfriend will be here on Friday. You want to pre-introduce her?
Yeah, dude.
Who's coming here Friday?
Alyssa Marie. She is a very super talented person. She's my partner in life right now, and as well as my podcast, Shamecast, I've been doing with her. It's on the same RSS feed as my Evolving podcast. So if you've already subscribed, you're going to get those episodes too. It's dude, it's been a blast, and really, like, we're being vulnerable and having the kind of conversations we have off mic, on mic, and just kind of saying like this is who we are, and this is the kind of conversation.
Take it or leave it.
Right.
I love it, and I don't want to leave it, but unfortunately, we have to leave and come back tomorrow. You guys, real quick, before I say goodbye to our good friend CORY KASTLE, I wanted to remind you that tomorrow it's that time again. You guessed it, middle of the month. It's Ask the Experts Day. So all 4 of our experts will be here. Dano from Weekly Dose of Dano will be here as Tim Chung is on the road traveling for work. So they'll all be here tomorrow. Tracy Randolph, Dominique Rivera, the Oracle, Badass Jamie Lane, and myself. We will all be here, and we hope you will be too. Corey, thank you so much, you guys. There's the Twitter. We also have his IG. We'll run both of those, put them in the show notes, and drop them in the comments at the conclusion of today's broadcast. Listen, get out there today. Be the best version of yourself. Serve the world after you have served yourself. Remember, it is my cup runneth over, y'all. It should never become my cup ranneth out. Damn. See you tomorrow. God bless you. I love you, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Be the best. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, man. Hey, we're going to get you and your girlfriend back together after her show. Deal?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's do that.
All right.
Let's
Have a
absolutely
great
do
day.
that.
Thank you so much,
too.
man.
Thank you.
It was an honor.
Thank you.
It was an honor. Bye, you guys.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine.